Today I fucked up by not checking my underwear before pulling them up. So this actually happened today and I'm still feeling the after effects. I was working around the house, cleaning and stuff, and felt the need to use the bathroom. My bathroom has this really cool, very trendy shiplad ceiling the former owners installed. The only problem is that where the wood meets the trim at the ceiling, little holes are formed. During stink bug season, spring, summer, fall, and random sunny winter days in Michigan, they seem to come through those little holes. The only thing is that I'm the only one that has actually borne witness to this occurrence and my husband is dubious. Anyway, I sat down to pee. All was well. I don't know where the stink bug was, but it ended up in my underwear. In my fucking precious underwear. Where do bugs go? To nice warm places. That's right. I didn't feel anything but a little itch. I itched. I'm home, so whatever. Apparently that was enough to aggravate and eventually kill the damn bug. Burning fucking ensued. It was so immediate and severe I reached into my drawers on the spot, beyond my labia, that's right ladies, to where it had nestled uncomfortably close to my inner workings. The stink bug had also released his stink in my lady bits, and it burned and stunk and burned. Now, hours later, after much cleaning and the disposal of the bug, my labia and almost vagina burn like effing hell. Not recommend. Husband is caulking tomorrow. Too long didn't read. After an intimate and accidental introduction, I learned the hard way that stink bug juice burns in the girl parts, not on. Husband is caulking tomorrow. Seems a bit insensitive. Can't wait for things to recover a bit down there. So I know this situation is mortifying and bizarre, but I hope that you at least called your GP and asked what a professional recommends. I'm not familiar with what's inside a stink bug, or its stink stuff, but if something is burning for more than an hour, especially on the mucosal type tissue like our genitalia, you really should get a checkup in case of chemical burns. You also might get some advice about topical analgesic products that are vagina safe to help with discomfort. Somehow, out of all the horrific things I've read on this sub over the years, this wins the race. Somehow the mental image of a live bug crawling up my vagina while dying a horrific death by the acidic mucus and no oxygen, and releasing their stinky juice inside me during their battle with death, just does it. Win. I'm going to wash my lady parts now, in sympathy. So, killing stink bugs alerts other stink bugs. FYI, you're in for a fun time. Great. I'll awaken in the night with a crotch swarm. Ha. I did it today. I fucked up a while back describing how I accidentally put a stink bug in my mouth and kept it there all night. Stowed away on my anti-snoring mouthguard thingy and I fell asleep without noticing. Those suckers are no joke. It dissolved the lining of my cheek and left me with a bloody sore. Also, they taste just like they smell. Your today I fucked up was better though. Today I fucked up by taking my mask off at work. I am vaccinated. I was on break. I lost my job after COVID hit. Eventually got another one months and months later, but it's been since masks and COVID have been a part of our lives. I was on break and had my mask off. A co-worker came in and she goes, "Oh wow, I've never seen you without a mask." I kinda chuckled because it is such a weird thing to know someone but never fully see their face. Anyways, this bitch goes, "I had no idea you were gap-toothed. Have you ever thought about getting braces?" Yes, Michelle. Yes, I have. Thanks for reminding me how much I hate my teeth and wish I could afford to fix my gaps. Unfortunately, I'm just a poor person living in America. So naturally I've gone down memory lane about all the times I've felt insecure about it. You twat. Too long didn't read, had my mask off, and got reminded that I'm just a gap-toothed bitch. If anyone ever does that to you again, you have every right to be like, "Well, that's rude." He should be embarrassed, not you. Well, you could always sell your pubes to pay for them. I know this gullible little chubby kid. I'm a little piggy. Here's my snout. By the way, Michelle, have you considered replacing your mask with a ball gag? I love gapped teeth. Signed, Snaggletooth. Today Michelle effed up. I'm so sorry, she is such a insensitive jerk. Heart. Today I fucked up by accidentally not taking a microdose at work. Me, someone with severe ADHD and has been on the waiting list for months to see a specialist to get medicated. That gave me a push to seek my own self-prescription. Some may call this stupid. Yes, it is rather. Ritalin was great but expensive. Adderall probably wasn't Adderall. So basically, someone on Reddit popped up asking if I've tried microdosing LSD. After doing a load of research, I thought this is for me now. I acquired what I was told was 30 micrograms per tab, and I'd do anything to go back and sample it before I went to work. I work in retail, but as it turns out it must have been at least 250 micrograms judging from the symptoms. Anyway, I took it at about 9 AM and showed up for work at 10 AM. But as I used the bathroom and looked in the mirror, I knew something was up. I got the initial lightweight feeling as I came out onto the shop floor. Now, as my manager has been off for 3 months and the assistant manager was younger than me, I told him the situation as he doesn't really care. He laughed and said, "I'm sure you'll be fine if you only had that amount." Well, my heart has never beaten faster in my life. It was like a hardcore song. And those of you who don't know, tripping in a location where you definitely shouldn't be is fucking scary. Anyway, when shit really started kicking in was when a customer tried talking to me and his eyes started expanding. I was trying to keep my cool and show him where something was, but I froze on the spot and stared at him. My pupils were probably making me look like a wood elf out of the Elder Scrolls. I ended up running out back and cowering in the corner of the colleague room, knowing I was going to lose my job. I was proper freaking out at this point, and my assistant manager came in to reassure me. Anyway, the customer reported me saying I was on something, but that absolute legend of a manager covered for me and said I was on a new antidepressant, and I had a bad reaction to it, as antidepressants can cause dilated pupils. Too long, didn't read, took a big dosage of acid at work and freaked out in front of a customer, didn't lose my job as I was covered and he said I was on new antidepressants. I rode on a commercial airline last week for the first time in a year. I knew I would be anxious about infection risk, not the flying itself, so I packed a couple edibles in my carry-on. Took one a while before takeoff and fell into the all too familiar edible trap. I didn't feel anything, so after half an hour or so I took another. Long story short, toward the end of the flight I found myself actively wishing the plane would just crash so I wouldn't have to deal with trying to get my bag out of the overhead bin, navigating the tiny aisle, and generally pretending to be anything other than stoned out of my gourd. Being intoxicated in public places is always such an adventure. You owe your boss big time, buy him some beer or something, he did you a solid. Maybe a tab of that antidepressant. My pupils were probably making me look like a wood elf out of the Elder Scrolls. Bielsura, Bielsura, Bielsura. It's the Grand Champion. I can't believe it's you, standing here, next to me. Please tell me you have yellow hair and you gel it up in a pyramid on your head. My dude, shrooms are much easier to microdose. When I don't have the energy to focus on doing a task and then I microdose with the intention of being productive and taking care of myself and my responsibilities. Then boom, I'm a functioning human being for the next day or two. That manager had your back like a champ. You should get them an award or reward. I bought the guy a bottle of Grey Goose vodka, would have taken him out for a steak but lockdown and all.